first and 10 play for Ontario. They push forward. Or for Chaffey, excuse me, they push forward. A mass of human bodies on piles, and really can't tell who the ball carrier was. Chaffey, number 2, carrying the football. Mike Rodriguez carried the ball. He pushed forward for a couple yards there. Chaffey mainly a rushing team. And we are looking now at a 7-yard gain from the 27. They go second and 3. It looks like he's got enough for first down. Pushes forward, and it takes about 5 or 6 kids on the Ontario Jaguar defensive squad to bring him down. And either they got it or it's very near close. He was literally smothered by a multitude of tacklers. Badibanga, the ball carrier, Eddie Badibanga. I think he's got enough for a first down there. My name is Peter Pigskin Hebda, along with Craig Chandler here for tonight's CAF Game of the Week on Comcast. The stack eye, they come, and this pitch goes to the tailback, and man, he's got some yardage. He breaks a few tackles in the process. First down, that's Mike Rodriguez, and Mike was flattened by Ontario's number 65. Offensive lineman on Ontario. We're still getting his name for you. We're looking at first. Making that tackle was Chris Green. This is first down and 10 yards to go from the 37-yard line. That was carrying that football was Eddie Badibanga. He ate dirt by compliments of Ralph Puckett. Ralph, a 5'11", 210-pound senior. Don't have his position. We'll get that for you in a moment. Second and 5. Short pitch. Right down the middle they go. Look out. This is, once again, Mike Rodriguez. And Rodriguez finally gets shoved out of bounds at around the, let's see here, gets more than enough for first down at the Ontario 45. They are in Jaguar territory. And Craig, it's all rush. And that's all I think all we're going to see tonight so far.
Yeah, both teams run a multiple veer offense. They'll be running a lot of motion, misdirection. The linebackers for both teams will be up on the line trying to stop the run all night long.
All right, first down and 10 yards to go from the Ontario 46 for Chaffey. Ooh, right down the middle once again. And man, oh man, they take it in chunks. They earn it the hard way. And on that rush was number five. Once again, Eddie Badibanga had a lot of yards coming into this football game tonight. Jamal Gooden makes the stop. Jamal, a 5'9", 200-pounder. He's a senior. And Chaffey comes out of the huddle quickly. That was a 4-yard gain. Second and 6 from the Ontario 42. The pitch, oh man, straight down the middle. And they get 4, 5, or 6 more. And Craig, it's an interesting offense how they get these yards.
Yeah, they ran a stack guy on that play. Ran into the second back through off the right guard. And they picked up a good gain of 8 yards. Right now, it looks like the rushing offense and the offensive line is moving the ball at a pretty good clip.
They're doing very well. They have excellent blocking. And really what's interesting about the squad here on Chaffey is they're not all that greatly sized. That was a 5-yard gain, 3rd and 1 from the 42. This pitch right down the middle it goes once again. They don't take no for an answer, Chaffey doesn't. Once again was Eddie Badibanga. First down, and he gets in about a 5-yard gain there. In on the stop in on the stop for Ontario was Rashad Clark, number 70, one of the standout defensive players. Had some help from his friends. It's first down and 10 yards to go. Chaffey at the Ontario 35-yard line. Double wing set they come. They love to run. Look out. Mike Rodriguez, smash mouth all the way, and he gets flattened by a multitude of tacklers, including James Rose. And let's see who helped out on the stop as well there, Craig. He had help out from Jeffrey Gandy, number 71, 6'3", 200 pounds, big kid.
Yeah, it looks like they ran a double wing play that time and brought the ball back into the middle of the line. It was stacked up by the defensive line of Ontario. No gain.
All right, second down and 8 yards to go from the 33. Same formation once again. 7 in the line for Ontario. Pitch there goes to Mike Rodriguez. And Mike gets pushed behind the line of scrimmage, and he gets hit and knocked down hard. Ontario's, let's see here, 78-44. James Rose once again, 44. Jamal Goodman. These kids are a couple of the guys that will go both ways on the Ontario side. A lot of both-way starters for the Jaguars tonight. Of course, tonight, October 16th, beautiful night for football, cool, a little bit of wind. The Ontario Jaguars homecoming night. That was a gain of about, let's see here, 3 or 4. About a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd and 7. Ooh, right off tackle they go once again, and Eddie Badibanga, he gets stripped up and hard. and one of the linebackers came in for the kill really quick. And Jeffrey Gandy once again with some nice tackles here. And the defensive squad starting to adjust, I guess, to the Chaffey rushing game here, Craig.
Yeah, fourth down coming up here. What they ran was 6 men up on the line, and they had the linebackers clean. They started to play up a little misdirection play back across the right guard going to the left side.
All right, this is 4th and 6. They're going for it a little bit too far for a field goal, a little too close in for a punt. Not unusual to see. They go to the air. Look out. Short underneath pass is incomplete. Oh, and there's a flag thrown late. That pass was intended for Joe Williams, and the flag, I think, might be questionable because I thought the defender was playing the ball.
Well, he was definitely there early. The defender, Dion Lopez, was on the play. A little bit of body contact. The pass was catchable, though. Still should have been caught by the receiver.
And that was the first pass, of course, attempted by Chaffey tonight. And this is going to be a very, very nice Chaffey advantage. And the interference is the call. The interference is the call. It'll be first down and 10 yards to go. Chaffey football at the Ontario, just outside the 15-yard line. They come stack eye. 3 in a row. You don't see that very much. And his pitch goes to Mike Rodriguez, and Rodriguez stuffs it down the throat of the Ontario defense, and he gets smashed up by a couple guys, including, let's see here, Brian Gilbertson, and also Alistair Gibbons, and Sekla Lay, a multitude of three guys involved in the stop. It was a 4-yard gain. We're around the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. There is no score. Second down, 6 yards to go. Chaffey at the Ontario 12. Oh, look at this. He breaks free. Look out. He's got one more man to beat. Oh, is he across? He might be across. Touchdown, Chaffey. Oh, my. What a beautiful run there. Wow. Chaffey gets across. That was number 9, Courtney Porter. He doesn't carry the football all that much. He's a good blocking back, but and actually coming into tonight's game, he had a Courtney Porter.
What did he say, name?
Yeah.
Touchdown, number 9.
Touchdown for Courtney Porter.
Courtney Porter.
On a 12-yard rush there. In for the kick is Grego Harden. It's up and good, and Chaffey leads 7-0. And Craig and Chaffey enjoying a 7-0 lead. A pretty nice dominant drive, controlling that ball on the ground all the way.
Yeah, the Ontario defense stiffened up there for a second, and that pass interference penalty led to the touchdown. That basically put them in a scoring position. It was a good, solid drive, though, by Chaffey. They moved the ball down the field, basically running the ball up the middle of the field, little misdirection plays. A one pass play led to the pass interference. That was all the yards were gained off the ground, though.
Chaffey, coming in tonight's game, they are 3-2. They're ranked 9 in Division 6. Have a good squad this year. They had some exciting victories and a couple of disappointing losses. And of course, they are looked to be a contender in the baseline or in the Mount Baldy League this season. Pretty much the major contender is considered to be the Rancho Cucamonga Cougars, a school in only its 3rd season of existence, or 3rd year of existence, 3rd football season, coached by Pete Fotilla. He used to coach right here at Montclair High School, which of course Ontario uses for its home games as well. It's a district field. All right, kicking off is Matt Kovatz. And it's a bouncing kick. It's going to be taken by one of the up men by Ontario. This is carrying the football is 19, Sekla Lay, and he gets out to about the 30-yard line and unpiles. He got clobbered there by Stephen Antoine and Ron Howard as well, number 31. A nice committee tackle there. So Ontario, first drive of the night, first down and 10 yards to go at their own 28. And Craig, Ontario runs a very similar offense. They are very, very ball control, rushing oriented. They've done a good job this year so far.
Yeah, it looks like we've got two teams that play the ball basically the same way on both sides of the ball. The offensive and defensive lines will control the game and determine who will win the ball game tonight.
All right, double back set they come. This give is to Bobby Spencer. Bobby trying to get outside, and he got flattened and good right at the line of scrimmages as he had a head of steam going. Wow, he got his clock cleaned on that one in a big way. Making the tackle was number 32, Lua Tuitupu. And there was no gain on that, Craig. And Craig, he had a little bit of blocking. He followed it well. He did a good job of scampering the backfield. And just when he was getting a head of steam going, he met some trouble.
Yeah, there was some penetration that came up the middle, made him string it out a little bit further wide than he wanted to go, and then that just gave the defensive pursuit a chance to come up and step in and make the touch.
All right. Flags Flags are thrown and whistles are blown. There's a penalty on the play. Starting quarterback for Ontario is Joe Patterson, 6'1", 210. Very poised, very disciplined player. He's only a sophomore, too. Don't know what the flag was. Let's see here. It's called against Chaffey. It's being marked against offsides against Chaffey. They must have lined up offsides. And they jumped low. I thought they lined up offsides. All right, it'll be second down and 4 yards to go for 4 yards to go for the Jaguars here. And they split the receivers here. Keep one tight end in. Chaffey puts about 6 kids to the line. In motion goes number 80, Corey Jackson. Jackson makes the catch here. Look out, he's got some room to run with, and he finally gets tackled, and momentum carries him out of bounds by Courtney Porter. Courtney Porter, a double player, or I should say, plays on both sides of the ball. Don't have any weights on him, but he probably looks about a good 6'1", 6'2", Craig, and a very solidly built 200, maybe 210. Well, maybe 200.
Yeah, he's playing that strong safety back there in that 3-deep zone, and he's going to do a good job. He's a good tackler. What they did that last play there is they ran a wingback, Corey Jackson, across on motion, caught him outside with a good pass from the quarterback. Pick up first down.
Double set wing for Ontario, and getting dragged down from behind is the ball carrier, Oscar Padilla, number 20. And Padilla got caught from behind by, it looked like, Chaffey's number 43, Ryan Ybarra. Also, Rick Balderrama helped on the stop as well. It was a gain of, let's see here, about 2 or 3. Ontario football at the Chaffey 46. It's 2nd and 5. Chaffey leading 7-0. We have 4 minutes, around 4 minutes and ticking here, a little more than 4 minutes in the first quarter. Keeping the football is, look out, and then he pitches late to Bobby Spencer. Bobby's got some room, he breaks past everybody. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Ontario! Oh, my! What a nice play. Joe Patterson rolls out to his right, pitches to Bobby right at the right time, and he just scampered past everybody. He did an excellent job, Craig.
Yeah, there's a basic wingback play option. Wingback came around from the backside. The quarterback got the end, pitched it outside. It was wide open territory. A good sprint to the goal line, 45-yard touchdown.
What a play. And coming into this game, Spencer has had a tremendous season. He really has. Excuse me, pardon me. I've got the names wrong here. Reggie Coster made that run. Reggie Coster, number 25. Our mistake, we apologize. In for the kick for Ontario is number 9, Jeff Plank. Number 9, tall kid. Snap is there. Oh my, the snap's not quite there. Holder takes it. Oh, he throws it right off the hands. Oh my, it was thrown by Corey Jackson, and it hit him right in the hands. Literally right in the hands was Steve Carlin. Oh, what a valiant attempt, though. It was I think it was a planned two-pointer there.
It was a planned two-pointer. So they got the penetration from the defense up the middle of the line. The guy was wide open. Sometimes that's the worst place to hit a wide receiver, right in the hands.
Well, you got to give him credit for going for it. That head coach Paul Labarrere, he's in his 3rd season here, and he hasn't had the best talent the last 2 seasons. They've been 1-9 in 92, only 2-8 in 93. Not really a reflection on him. He's a very good coach, a very dedicated man, an on-campus teacher. And it's just been a question of talent here in Ontario. This year is a little bit different. He says the attitude was great during the summer workouts and the dedication of the kids. And Ontario really looked at as the quite possibly the sleeper, or the what you might say the dark horse coming into the Mount Ball Daily play here in '94. They played competitive all throughout the season. That score came with 3:15 in the first quarter. That's what remains. Deep kick near to the end zone there. This is taken by Eddie Badibaga. Right down the middle he goes. Wow. No, excuse me. This is number 6. We don't have a name on him. And he wreaks some havoc. Pushes forward. And he gets slammed to the ground and hard by 56.
Jovan Puyot.
Jovan Puyot, number 55. He had help from another tackler. Eddie Badibaga made the run there. Starting quarterback for Ontario is Mario Corona. Corona pitches back to his tailback. He almost breaks free, can't quite do it. Mike Rodriguez.
Tackled by Dion Lomax.
Dion Lomax makes the stop.
John Lomax made the stop on that play, pick up a 5. Stack guy basically powered the ball through the middle of the line. Right now, no defense is being played on either side of the ball. Both offenses are moving it right up and down the field, strictly by running and powering up the middle.
Really a game of control football on the ground. It's always nice to see this. It's nice to see that games like this are still being played right down the middle again. And making a stop there was Eric De La Riva.
Eric De La Riva and Jeffrey Gandy on the tackle on that play. 3rd down and 2.
Eddie Bonga once again scoring. He had over 400 yards coming in tonight's game, Craig. About 410 yards over 5 games. That's over an 80-yard average. Pretty good. This is 3rd down and 3 yards to go. Chaffey at the 43-yard line of their own. And just a mass of humanity, and they're just practically every player involved in the stop and the rush there. Let's watch the bodies on pile here. Wow.
On the short yardage play, Ontario brought up 8 men on the line and basically just stacked up the play.
Rashad Clark and Eric De La Riva on the stop there. And rushing the football was Eddie Bonga. This is a 3rd down, or excuse me, I believe it's a 4th down, and 3 yards to go for Chaffey. They're going for it at midfield here, and I think they've just barely got enough. Push forward, and they've got enough. 1st down, about a 5-yard gain. They get it out. Let's see here, to the Ontario 45-yard line. Nice play.
Yeah, good blocking on that play this time by Sean Fedor and big number 69, Ralph Duran. They followed them right up the middle of the line and picked up the 1st down.
All right, 1st down. Chaffey football at the Ontario 45-yard line. Around 2 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. It's 7-6 Chaffey out of the stack guy. They come once again. The pitch is the deepest kid, Rodriguez. He's got room to run with. Oh, he clunks bodies with the 2nd tackler. He was slowed there. He was slowed by Ontario's Sekla Lay, and finally coming in for the kill.
Alistair Givens put the big hit up on him on that play there. Slowed up a little bit by Sekla Lay, and then Givens came up and finished him off. Pick up 3 yards on the play. It looks like that pitch is designed to get him outside, and if he get turned up the field, he'll have a long gain of the day.
All right, this is 2nd and 7 from the Ontario 43 for Chaffey, and they lunge forward for Rodriguez. Pushes his way down to the 40, and he gains 3.
Big Dad Ferguson, number 72, made that tackle there. 6'5", 255, biggest player on the field. You should have a field day on that line tonight.
Looks like the biggest kid on the Jaguar offensive line looks like to be Ralph Duran. We don't have any weights on the Chaffey side, but looks to be the biggest guy. 3rd and 5. And this pitch once again to Rodriguez. Mike trying to find some room. He follows his first block, and then he just gets rocked and socked. He's short of a 1st down. A lot of kids bring him down. Let's see here. Ontario's James Rose and also Brian Gilbertson, 5'9", 200-pound senior. On the stop, mostly linebackers and linemen there.
Yeah, Gilbertson did a good job of turning the play back inside. He kept the play available for the defensive pursuit. They stacked it up just short of the 1st down, and Chaffey's going for it again, Pete.
All right, 4th and 1 at the 36. Ontario 36. They've got enough. Oh man, he's still on his feet. Finally smashing into the ground was Sekla Lay, but they had a first shot at him through Alistair Givens, and also it looked as if Sean Fedor went on the blocking, as did Brian Hale and Sal Castellan. Some good blocking. Not the biggest guys I've seen, but really very good blockers, very good football players up on that offensive line for Chaffey.
Looks like in order for Ontario to stop the Chaffey offense, they're going to have to get some penetration from the defensive line and into the backfield.
That was the end of the 1st quarter, and with that break, and that was a quick 1st quarter, Craig. I've never seen one go quicker than that. We have a break in the action. We'll be right back at Comcast.
Know someone who's bright, attentive, creative, but has trouble learning? They could have dyslexia, a language learning disability which affects people from all walks of life. For information, attend the International Conference of the Orton Dyslexia Society. Hear the experts. Los Angeles Biltmore Hotel, November 9th through the 12th. Call 1-800-332-2939.
And 10 yards to go from the 33 for Chaffey. And we're back. And it looks like those rushing plays are taking longer than they should. Rodriguez out, smashes it out to about the 25. Dion Lomax and also Ralph Puckett on the Ontario squad bring him down. Ralph is a 6'3", 240-pound kid, pretty big. 6-yard gain. It is 2nd and 4. Let's see, they mark the ball at the at the 33 after that gain of 6 yards. 7-6 Chaffey. Out of the double wing they come. Single back set, tight ends, no receivers. They like this. They run to the left side. Ooh, and he moves it. Badi Banga pushes out across to about the 20 on the left side, and he got flattened there by, let's see here.
Eric De La River was in on a tackle there.
And also Sekla Lay. Sekla, don't have a position on him. It looks like he's a cornerback. Not a lot of tackles if you're a defensive backfield man on either squad that I hear, Craig. First and 10 from the 20. Chaffey, quick pitch. Right down off the left side they go this time. It looked like it was taken by
Jamal Goodman on the tackle there. Yeah, it looks right now the offensive lines are controlling the line of scrimmage, and until those defensive linemen can get some penetration for Ontario, Chaffey's going to be able to run up and down the field on them. Defensive linemen have to get into the backfield and make that halfback juke around a little bit back there before he can turn upfield and gain some yards.
Badi Banga had the rush there for about 3 yards. 2nd down, 7 yards to go from the Ontario 17 for Chaffey. Flags and whistles. Flags are thrown and whistles are blown. Penalty. Chaffey hasn't had too many problems with penalties this year. They have a pretty well-disciplined team. They come into this game, Craig, and of course, this is the season opening, or I should say the league opening game in Mount Baldy League for these schools. Mount Baldy League play locally open the night before tonight on October 15th. Let's see, offside is the call against Ontario.
Yeah, looks like somebody in the interior line moved, trying to get an advantage to get off the ball here. Right now you got a homecoming game, two close rivals. You got a lot of emotion going on out here. I think you can hear the crowd. And the way they're moving the ball up and down the field, I think we're going to be in for a high-scoring game today, Pete.
And coming into the game tonight, Chaffey has, as I mentioned, a 3-2 record. And opened at Cajon High School, won 35-14, and lost by the same score at home, the home opener. Lost at Cajon 35-14. First timeout is called. And then Claremont, they played Claremont in their first home game of the season. In fact, it was their first of 3 in a row. Lost 35-14. Had a chance to see that game, and Claremont really controlled the game from start to finish. Claremont, a very, very talented school in football out of of course, the Baseline League. Baseline League has dropped down to Division 6 this year. They were Division 4, same level as Mount Baldy. Should be kind of interesting this year once the playoffs roll around about a month and a half from now. Could see some games between those those schools' leagues. Chino High School took on Chaffey the third week of the season. Chino lost 20-16 in a back-and-forth game. And then Chaffey absolutely thrashed Pomona 33-0. And then last week they lost at Norco by the score of 9-6. The defense played very well, but no one was able to score a touchdown. It was the battle of the field goals, and of course here they are tonight against Ontario at Montclair High School. Ontario, they've made this their home for a long time for football, last 10 years at least. When they come back to the line here, it's going to be 2nd down. Let's see here. And 2 yards to go. Ball at the 12 for Chaffey. Should not be hard to get it across for first down the way they've been moving and they've been going. In at tight end on this play is number 7, DeKenya Stevenson. 2nd and 2. This pitch goes to Badi Banga. Looks like he's ready to throw. He does. Down the middle. Oh, it's complete. Touchdown, Chaffey. Pass complete to looks like number 89, Rick Balderrama. What a play there, Craig. Kind of a surprise to me. That's the only second time they put it up and not from the quarterback.
Well, I've heard that this halfback has a pretty good hand and can throw the ball. What you saw right there was just a simple reaction play. The defense had to come up to react to the pitch because they've been getting run on all night. The tight end just slid into the end zone and caught the ball for the touchdown.
Matt Kovacs once again in for the extra. Oh, the snap is mishandled and trying to run with it. Look out as the quarterback, Mario Corona. And Corona gets knocked hard by Ontario's number, Sekla Lay. Sekla only a 5'5", 138-pound sophomore, and what a night he's had defensively here tonight, Craig. Unreal.
Well, unfortunately for the Ontario coach, that is too good of a night for your defensive back to be in all those plays. Basically, what's happening right now, Chaffey's offensive linemen are doing some wedge blocking, taking their linemen out of the play, and then they're running in the lead blocker, and they're getting those backs in between those tackles, and then pushing the ball up the field. Until the Ontario defense starts penetrating the line, they're going to have a tough time out here tonight.
Well, it's an interesting game so far. It's 13-6. Chaffey leads after that score. They're teeing it up right now. That's the offensive, or I should say the kickoff squad. And Ontario, they can play with them, though. The schools are pretty evenly matched. They've got about evenly sized squads. Chaffey is probably a little bit larger than Ontario, I would have to say. Ontario coming into the game tonight unranked, 2-3, but they play competitive football. They came very close a couple weeks ago. I was here to see it on a Saturday night game here at Montclair against Corona Centennial, a very talented school in football. Nearly upset in the final. It was 34-27. This is kicked off and is taken by Dion Lomax, and Lomax got some room down the middle. Look out! Oh my! He gets hit and knocked down and hard. Let's see here, around his own 37-yard line, and he really paid the price on that one. Slamming him to the ground was number 55, Aaron Cuthbertson, and also Armando Marin. Nice run back, about 20 yards. He took it at around his 17. It was a relatively short kick. First down, 10 yards to go for Ontario Jaguars at their own 37 here on homecoming night, October 16th. They go wing set on the tight end side, which is to the left of starting quarterback Joe Patterson. And they gave us to the up man. Look out, this is Bobby Spencer, 6'0", 205. He gushes forward.
Tackle by Oscar Padilla right there. Low tackle down by the knees.
And Ontario, they have an even talent of rushing too, as we've seen. Jackson has had some nice rushes. Reginald Costner has had some nice rushes, and now Bobby Spencer factoring into the game. It's kind of a good thing, because if one of your kids goes down, you're not too hurt and you've got another one to replace it. This is 2nd and 6 from the 41, and this pass is complete. Look out. Nice play. Bobby Spencer makes the catch and runs with it afterwards, shoved out of bounds there by Chaffey's Alua Tui Tupo. Nice catch, nice defensive play, good, hard, clean hit. First down, Ontario. It's enough for a first down, a gain of about, let's see here. They've got it on Chaffey territory, around the 48-49 they're going to mark it. About a gain of 12 or 13.
Very nicely designed play that time. And what they did was they brought the wide receiver in motion, fake to the halfback up the middle of the line, caught the wide receiver on the outside. He picked up the first down.
All right, first down and 10 yards to go. Ontario football at the Chaffey 49. And he wants to go airborne. He does. It's complete. Wow. 2 in a row. Bobby Spencer makes a leaping catch. That was Steve Carlin, a leaping catch. Very nice, and he got knocked out of bounds right away.
Tackled by Rodriguez on the play. Mike Rodriguez knocked him out of bounds.
Chaffey defense, not very fast, but they get to the ball quickly enough. All right, 6-yard gain, 2nd down and 4 yards to go. Ontario football at the Chaffey 43. They're moving the ball relatively quickly here too. This is Bobby. Bobby gets some room, and he dives forward and he gains more yards, and he slid on the ground. And he got kind of caught from there behind by Robert Alvarado. And swarming nearby was Chaffey's Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson didn't quite have to make the hit because Bobby was already sliding down. He gains about, let's see here, another 11 yards, so first down. First down and 10 yards to go at the 35. Ontario Chaffey calls a timeout. One of the assistant coaches coming to confer with the defensive troops.
Real quick, Pete, I want to get in this offensive line that's been doing a real good job by Ontario out there. You have Jason Smith playing the center right now. You also have Rashad Green, Jeffrey Gandy, Ralph Puckett, and James Rose, and they're doing a good job of moving off that Chaffey defensive line and picking up some yardage out there.
Yes, they are. The advantage in these two schools have had coming in there, Craig, has been injuries. Both of them have been able to avoid injuries in a massive way. All of the starters on the offensive line for both Chaffey and Ontario were starting and were the most talented, of course, earning those spots, are still in today. They both had been very fortunate thus far. We certainly hope it continues to avoid any injuries to any starters. And of course, that can hurt you fast.
Yeah, it sure can. I tell you, right now, both lines are doing a good job of getting that zone blocking. Then they're bringing that lead back in there, and the halfbacks, all you have to do is pick a hole and pick up the yardage.
And a lot of the linebackers have had to come up and make the hits tonight. Of course, the defensive tackles and defensive ends on both squads have had their share of hits, but not as frequently as the linebackers because they're the guys in the trenches getting hit up front, the defensive linemen. All right. First down and 10 yards to go. Ontario at the Chaffey 35. They're dropping back to throw. Patterson in trouble. He can't elude the rush. Down he goes.
Straight blitz there by Armando Marin off the end right there. That was a straight drop back pass. The motion back. Marin did not play motion and just came in on the blitz. Made the play.
Actually, it looked to be Ronnie Holani, number 35. He makes a stop and really kind of he really chased him down. Didn't really hit him that hard. Just kind of knocked into him because it looked as if Joe Patterson was just trying to elude the rush and kind of tripped himself up. A loss, let's see here, a significant loss of 11. It's second down and 21 yards to go at the 46. For Ontario, they come split receivers. They're showing pass. Blocks, backstay in the block, and Joe Patterson's on the run. Look out, he throws it, and it's not really in the direction of anyone. And the nearest defensive back there for Chaffey was Robert Alvarado. He's a linebacker. Didn't really have anybody in the area. That almost could be construed possibly as a grounding call.
Yeah, pressure on the play by both number 35 Marine and number 55 on the play Culberson. Excuse me.
And he's had a good season. Joe Patterson has. He's had 5 touchdown passes this year, and that's saying a lot, averaging 1 per game when you're in a rush-oriented offense. Had a chance to speak with the head coach of the freshman squad, Tim Beattie, a nice young man on the Ontario squad side, and he mentioned that the attitude and the work ethics of Joe Patterson have just been tremendous this year, been a great inspiration. This is a reverse that does not work out. It was first given to Reginald Costner, and then Reggie handed off to Corey Jackson, and Jackson got stuffed behind the line of scrimmage and hard.
The guy who made the play on that play was Sonny Malloy. Straight blitz penetration. He was following the quarterback, and the reverse play just ran right back into him, and that's how he helped make the tackle on that play.
So quite a loss. My gosh, they had it down near around the, 30-yard line? No, 35-yard line, and Ontario pushed back to their own 45. Loss of 20. This is a 4th and 30. They're in punt formation. First punt tonight we've seen on either side. And in for the punt is Jeff Plank, also the place kicker. And the punt is taken there by Mike Rodriguez, and not really a return. There'll be first down and 10 yards to go. Chaffey, they're setting up shop at their own 27-yard line.
You have to say on that last drive that Ontario actually stopped themselves. That one pass play right there, the good blitz off the end, got in there and disrupted that play, and it was an uphill battle for them. That's basically what closed off the drive.
All right, Chaffey football, 1st and 10. Out of the stack they once again come. What else is new? Mike Rodriguez right down the middle, and he pushes players as he goes. Wow. Look at that. What an effort. Not quite enough for first down, about 7 or 8 gain. And he really took some tacklers with him there, Craig.
Yeah, it looked like it took the whole defensive backfield to bring him down on that play.
Jeff Gandy involved on the play, as was Sekla Lay, and they really, and that wears the defense out. I mean, it's got to wear the running back out, but wears the defense out having a defending against that smash mouth football. 8 yards gain, second down and 2 yards to go from the 35 of their own for Chaffey. Looks like it might have been a fumble on the play, possibly. Yes! Oh my! Chaffey turns the ball over after only 2 plays, and coming up with the ball is Ontario's James Rose. What a heads-up play. I saw the ball squirt. It looked like it was bobbled. I didn't quite see that it was fumbled. And James Rose is the fortunate recipient. Ontario, an excellent field position here, sterling field position. Perfect time to take advantage of this turnover. 1st and 10 at the Chaffey 35-yard line, 34-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like the quarterback there, Mario Corona, just did pick up the snap coming out from behind the center, and unfortunately the ball fell down and was recovered by Ontario in good scoring position on there.
Ontario trying to recover from a 38-20 loss against Claremont. They had a lot of turnovers themselves in that game. Trying to turn that around. Oh, right down the middle, he breaks it free. Look out. Dragged down from behind goes Bobby Spencer, and Bobby right down the middle, and they say, Chaffey, stop me if you can. Stop us if you can. He finally gets dragged down from behind by Lua to Tupo, and has him help from some other tacklers as well.
Yeah, good blocking at the middle of the line, and basically what he did was just take the ball on the delay. Bobby Spencer did, put it upfield, brought it into scoring position. Good.
They are now at the, let's see here, the 13-yard line. From 35 to 13, about a gain of almost 22, just about 22 yards. What a rush. We're inside 6 minutes. It's 13-6 Chaffey, but Ontario is threatening. Look out. Handoff goes right down the middle once again. Oh, he's not quite over. Yes, he is. Touchdown, Ontario. Bobby Spencer gets past the last man trying to bring him down, and he did get hit, but he did get over. Touchdown, Ontario. The score is tied. Conversion, or excuse me, it's now 13-12. Conversion to come.
Good job of blocking up front on that play by Jason Smith, and also Big Dad Gandy Jeff Gandy out there. Opened up a hole right up the middle, and he took it in for the score.
And they will be going for the kick here. This is once again is Jeff Verplank, 6'2", 180 senior, and in for the hold here. I doubt you'll see him fake for a two-pointer is Joe Rivera. Ontario, extra point. Chaffey, not much of a rush. Their kick is up, and it is good. Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, is in the lead for the first time tonight, 14-13. Coming in tonight's game, the Jaguars are 2-3. As I mentioned, they opened the season at Gary, or I should say against Gary High School, Mount San Antonio, won 46-14. In a back-and-forth game that I mentioned earlier, lost to Corona Centennial. I believe the final score was either 34-27, but more. I think it was actually 27-24. Just beat the living stuffing out of Don Lugo 44-20 for 6 turnovers that game in the third week of the season. Lost to Corona 25 at Corona 25-0, and then had the misfortune against Claremont at Bonita High School last week. The game on October the 9th, 38-20. They fumbled 4 times in that game, Craig. They lost. And Ontario, they're playing some clean football tonight. Haven't had too many flags, haven't had any fumbles, haven't had any interceptions. They can keep it up. They got a crack at winning this game, I would say, sincerely.
I tell you, it's a homecoming night tonight, but you're going to have sore defensive backs on both sides of the football. The offenses are just pounding away, and the small defensive backs are having to make the tackles. It's going to be a rough night on those kids tonight.
Bobby, an exciting night. Coming in tonight's game, he had 545 yards on the ground and 7 touchdowns in 5 games. 3 of them were against Gary in that first week of the season. And just to mention here, Friday afternoon game, the freshmen on the Ontario squad defeated Chaffey by a score of 32-0. So they have some talent. They have some big kids on that freshman squad on the Ontario side, almost the size of the seniors. It's quite impressive. They'll have an incredible bunch in a few seasons down the road. Looks like there's some scoreboard troubles or something here at Montclair High. Ontario waiting to kick off. Deep for Chaffey. Joe Williams, number 4, and also Eddie Badibanga, number 5. There we go. For blank. Bouncing kick's going to be taken by one of the back men. This goes to Joe Williams, and Williams tries to go down the middle. Runs into trouble, and he gets thrashed at around the 21-22-yard line. He got flattened there by, let's see here,
58, Manuel Flores made that tackle right there. Good special teams play by Manuel Flores.
Also, Mark Jackson helped out on the stop, as did Jamal Goodman. Ontario plays about 5 or 6 kids on both sides of the ball, and they do an effective job on both sides of the ball. First down and 10 yards to go. Chaffey at their own 21. Pitch deep. Once again, Mike Rodriguez. And Mike just kind of gets back to the line of scrimmage. Might have eked out a yard or 2 in the process. He got getting knocked down there by Jamal Goodwin, number 44, the linebacker.
Also in on the play was 72, Thad Ferguson. Basically, they just stacked the ball up at the line of scrimmage.
Yep. Just got back to line of scrimmage, no gain. 2nd and 10 from the 21, Ontario. Stack eye, they come once again. And, he's trying to leap over some guys, and he gets the job done, and finally clunks bodies with
Gilbertson. Ryan Gilbertson made that tackle that play. Halfback jumped up through the line, picked up a couple of yards, and then the linebacker stepped in there and made the play. Stopped him for a gain about 4 yards there.
A little pushing and shoving by Eric De La Riva to help bring him down as well. Good play by him. This will be 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Chaffey football at their own 27-yard line. Pitch deep once again, Mike Rodriguez. Mike trying to fight for the first down. He might, and it looks like he probably, it depends on where they mark the ball. Not quite sure if he's gotten it. He got clunked there by Eric De La Riva. And Lariva had some help there from Thad Ferguson, 6'5", 255, the biggest kid on the Ontario squad. Short of the first down, Craig. It's marked, let's see here, 4th, and they had to get to the 32, and I think they actually lost yards on the play. This is 4th and 3 for Chaffey, and surprisingly, they're going for it. We have a little bit more than 4 minutes to go in the first half. Interesting play calling here. Look out. No! Unsuccessful. Stop behind the line of scrimmage was Eddie Bonga. You got to admire Coach Bart Goldstein, the head coach here for 6 years, or I should say in the football program for 6 years. This is his 7th. They're going for it. That's quite a gutsy call, but he pays the price because they are short and how. Ontario takes over on downs.
There's our old friend Sekulé and also Brand Gilbertson making the tackle on that play, stopping him. That was a gutsy call by the Chaffey coach there, taking that 4th and 3 deep in his own zone. He put Ontario back in scoring position. A score here can put him in real good position going into the halftime.
Sure can. 1st and 10 Ontario. Oh, kind of a busted play. Joe Patterson takes a snap and kind of falls backwards, loses a couple yards in the process. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, we had a couple of players jump off sides offensively on the ball. I think we'll be walking back 5 yards Ontario.
So the Ontario defense playing up to
Stepped on his foot.
capabilities there.
Looked like he might have stepped on his foot on the play.
All right. 2nd down and 14 is a loss of 4. And, right down the middle. Look out. Carrying this football is Sekla Lay. And Sekla, first carry of the night tonight, lining up in the backfield. Not usually seeing action in that spot.
Joe Williams made the stop on that play. Basically, Bobby Spencer took the ball right up the middle again. That middle of the line is doing a very good job for Ontario right now, opening up gaping holes. You can almost drive a truck through those holes.
Yeah, it's been something. It's interesting to see football games like this. You don't see them too many. A lot of schools like to pass or mix the passing with the run. I always enjoy seeing 2 old-fashioned smash mouth rushing games like we are tonight. This is fun. Split receivers and split backfield. Right down the middle. Look out. This is Spencer. He's breaking free. He's almost at the end zone. He's across. Touchdown, Ontario! Oh, my. What a rush by Bobby Spencer. Followed his first block and he broke free. And once again, just like the previous touchdown, he scored, struggled at the end, but he pushes himself across. What an effort. Touchdown, Ontario. They are up 19-13.
The senior showing good drive and good cutback moves also on the play. He let the defensive back in one direction, cut back to the inside, and just bowled him over for the score.
Wow. That comes with 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the first half.
The emotion from these seniors here on Ontario is basically driving the ball game right now. That big play stopping them on 4th down also helped out, as well as recovering the fumble on the last drive, and they now have the lead in the game.
Flank into the... No, they're faking it again. It goes to the air. Oh, the 2-point conversion is good! From the pass of Joe Rivera into the arms of number 7. Leon Lomax makes a leaping catch, and Lomax only 5'8", 140. Boy, oh boy, they haven't got great size, Craig, but they've got great heart on this Ontario squad.
You see a lot of clawing going on tonight here in the Cat Bowl. Both sides are coming out and taking shots at each other. I think we're going to have a heck of a game going here in the second half.
This one is fun. Of course, it makes it our job a little bit easier announcing a game when it's close and exciting like we've got tonight. This is a beaut. 21-13, Ontario takes the lead, or I should say furthers their lead. And but Chaffey's got some time to work with, and the way that and they've got some timeouts. I know they've taken up 1, possibly 2. They've got at least 1 left. I believe they've got 2 left though. I don't think that they may be heard from before this half ends.
Yeah, it looks like this game is going to be basically who makes the most big plays tonight. Basically, the first drive, Chaffey scored on a pass interference play. You come right back. Ontario's first score comes on a fumble, and the second score came off of a basically stoppage on a 4th down. Here's a kick.
And kickoff is Verplank, a bouncing kick, taken by one of the up men. This is Williams, Joe Williams. Williams cuts outside. Look out! He's got just one or a couple more. Oh, nice block there, Ontario. Nice block there, thrown by Buddy Bonga that enabled his teammate Joe Williams to get further downfield, and they get near midfield here. Beautiful run back, Chaffey, in Ontario territory. I believe they're going to mark it at the 40s, between the 46 and 47 yard lines. of Ontario. So that was a run back of about 40 yards there, Craig.
Yeah, the
Chaffey sitting pretty here.
Ontario safety Corey Jackson made the tackle on that play. There was a good block out there by Eddie Babagana, and Joe Williams took the ball up the field on that kickoff return.
All right, this is first and 10, and this, oh, look at this. This is Corey Jackson. He's got room to run with, and he just slammed himself into one guy, and he takes him down as he goes. We have a flag. I'm not sure what the call is. Flags are thrown.
We may have a clip on the play there. Chaffey had a quarterback changed on that play there. Eddie Babaganga went in and played option quarterback, pitched the ball out to Courtney Porter. He picked up some good yardage outside. Looks like Dion Lomax may have been clipped on that play. Yes.
There on the left side of your screen in the black coat and the headset is Coach Goldstein conferring with the official.
Actually, it was a hold there, Pete. I'm sorry. It was a holding call.
So Chaffey all for naught. That's going to be marched back. They will have the ball. Let's see here. They're marking it at the just beyond the 45-yard line of Ontario's. Chaffey football still, and I believe that they will retain the down. It'll be first and let's see here.
First and 8 on the play, Pete. What happened was there was a first down picked up on the play by the halfback there, Porter. And what happened was a hold occurred outside of the down marker on the first down play, and they marked a hold from the play, end of the play.
All right, so first and 8. They're going deep. Look out! Well overthrown was Dekena Stevenson. In fact, it was actually closer to the arms of Steve Carlin, the defensive back there for Ontario. Incomplete. It will be second and 8.
Babington showed a very good arm on that play there. Looks like what they're trying to do is open up the offense for Chaffey here, Pete, and they want to get a little bit more quickness in that backfield there. And also, who knows, Mario Corona may have been hurt on that last fumble on that last play there also, so we have to keep an eye out for that.
All right, second and 8 from the 45. Chaffey, 1 minute and 45. Late pitch there. Goes to Patterson once again. Look out. Or excuse me, Courtney Porter. And finally he runs out of bounds there on the 24-23-yard line. Chased out of bounds there by Ontario's Jamal Goodman. And we do have a flag, and it does look like a late hit. There's no need for that really on any level of football. Once he's out of bounds, he's out of bounds.
Yeah, looks like we got a late hit on that play there from Jamal Goodman. Basically, Courtney Porter's taking that ball outside. They're using their big back right now on the option play and running him up the field. The tackle also was made on that play, by number 64, Freddie Skibill. Freddie Skibill, please.
So let's see here. They go down from the 45 to the 31. A nice... Oh, and they've got the penalty advantage, too. There was a run of 16 and an attacking on, let's see here, 10 more yards to the penalty. A whopping gain there of, 26 yards.
There's a personal foul on the play. What happened was Goodman went on ahead and hit Porter out of bounds. Look, there's a little bit of animosity going on right there. Maybe some talking going on down on the field. Porter's a big back, and he's taking on the linebackers and trying to punish him a little bit. And I think there, Goodman just wanted to stand up to him and let him know this was his field tonight.
First down and 10 yards to go from the 15. They go deep into the corner of the end zone. It scores. Touchdown. Into the arms of Dekena Stevenson. What a play. Nice catch. He had his defensive back beat, and he made a nice leaping catch. Dekena Stevenson pulls Chaffey closer. They are still trailing 21-19. They will go for a two-point conversion.
Babington showed a very good arm there. They basically ran a straight fade pattern off a spread. A wide receiver was one-on-one out there with the defensive back and beat him easily.
Chaffey calls a timeout, and I believe that's their last one. They will probably be mulling over their options for the two-point conversion. It won't be any shock to Ontario that it's coming. They want to try this score. Chaffey, coming into the game here tonight, they have been very healthy all around on both sides of the ball as well. And
got 1:33 left here in the second quarter, Pete. The tie, two-point conversion will tie the game up, and looks like they will try to maybe even go for an onside kick, keep that momentum, but we'll see here.
I've seen Bonnie Bonga. He was used in the Claremont game, the only game I've seen Chaffey play earlier this season. They will switch him in and out of the quarterback position. He does have a pretty good arm. He likes to run, though, but he's a very versatile player.
He laid the ball up real nice on that play there, and again, the defensive back was beaten cleanly. The wide receiver, all he had to do was just concentrate on the ball and catch it and bring it in for the score.
One thing you got to say, Porter is in here as the tailback for the two-point conversion here. One thing you got to say for Porter, he's a very gutsy kid. Coming in tonight's game, his ankle is bothering him, and it's not I should say it's not coincidental that he's being used on a relatively limited basis. It's because that's been bothering him. But he's been effective when he's run the ball, and here he goes again. Look out! And he runs in a little bit of trouble, and he's finally across. His momentum was stopped, but he had enough was slow, but he had enough to get across. The two-point conversion is good, and we have quite a football game here tonight at Chaffey, or at Montclair High School between Chaffey and Ontario. It is now 21-21.
A punishing play right there by Porter. He basically just ran over the defensive back. Looked like it was Neil Lomax on the play out there, and also he was able to get outside. Basically option play. It looked like it was a double wing with a single back in the backfield, and you knew who the ball was coming to, but you just had to stop the play. Ontario was not able to do it that time.
Chaffey is coached, of course, by head coach Goldstein, 7th year on campus. He is a chemistry teacher. Also, Jeff Brown is the offensive coordinator. He is a metal shop and AP government teacher. Chris Brown, history teacher. He's the defensive coordinator. Darren Gilbert, the offensive line coach. He's a history teacher on campus. Bill Thornhill, he's a receivers coach, special education teacher. And a walk-on coach, Terry Munn. He coaches the defensive line for the Tigers. This kickoff by Matt Kova to Bouncer. Bouncer on the ground. This is once again Sekla Lay. And Sekla, he scampers down to around the 30 where he is met head-on.
Tackle made there by Ron Howard on the play. Lay fumbled the ball a little bit. That allowed the defense to get down the field and get them in good position to keep them from getting good yardage on the play. Let's see if the Chaffey defense can stop them here real quick. There are no timeouts and keep the score tied going into halftime, Pete.
1:20 remains. First down and 10 yards to go for Ontario from their own 30. They run this play, and they just barely get past the line of scrimmage. And a timeout is called by Ontario. They want more before the half ends, and I can't blame them. They may need it, the way this football game is going. What an exciting game we had here tonight. This has been fun so far and far from over. Number 54 smashed them up. Sion Centanillier. Kind of a hard one to pronounce there. Bear with us, folks. Some interesting names here on the Chaffey side. Whatever, he makes a nice stop there. It was only 1 yard gain, so it'll be second down and 9 yards to go from the 31-yard line when they come back to the ball. Ontario coming into the game. Spoke with one of the coaches. He says this is the best, the most disciplined, best shaped team I've seen in the 3 seasons since I've been here. That again was words of freshman head coach Tim Beattie. They've really had it's been a long drought for Ontario there, Greg. The last time that they've been to the CIF playoffs was 1986, and they've had some dry seasons in between there. They're hungry and they're due and they're ready. And I really think that they could pull off a few upsets and play a few close games against the more talented schools, and Chaffey is one of them in the Mount Volley League here in the 94 season.
Well, it seems like they have a real good mix of size and speed going on out there. The offensive line does a good job of opening up the cracks. Basically, they try to drive the ball up the middle of the field, get outside occasionally with the pass.
All right, this is 2nd and 9 from 31. Joe Patterson puts it up. It's incomplete. Not quite on target. It was intended for number 25, Reggie Costner.
Louis Tupolo was on the play on the defensive side of the ball there. It was basically just a little swing pass outside. They wanted to get the ball out of bounds and pick up some yardage and try to see if they can move the ball in the field goal range before the end of the half.
Yeah, I believe it was the first backfield pass that they've thrown. They don't do that all that often. Here and there, just once in a while. Reggie is, of course, intended for. Reggie, great rushing season so far. He compliments Bobby Spencer very well. 455 yards coming in tonight's game. Single back set. Oh, my. The pass behind the line of scrimmage goes to Corey Jackson. And it's caught deep after he throws it. Oh, wow, to Steve Carlin. What a catch. And down he goes right away, but he had his man beat. Hitting him hard and hitting him very quickly was looked to be number 4.
Number 9, Courtney Porter on the tackle. Beautiful design play right there. What you had was 3 wide receivers outside. The middle wide receiver Jackson slid back, caught the halfback pass, and threw the ball up the field. A good long gain. He had 2 receivers out on the play and could have went to either one. The defensive player made a good play making the tackle there.
Nice catch there, brother. The first catch thrown to Corey Jackson, and as soon as he caught the ball, you knew he was throwing because he was setting his feet to throw. but he did a very good job. And that pass was right on the money. This is Ontario football, first down and 10 yards to go at the Chaffey 34. That was a gain, let's see here, of about 44 yards. We are inside a minute to go here in the first half. 59 seconds remain here in the first half. 21-21 tie at Buckler High between Chaffey and Ontario. What a game.
Steve Carlin did a good job of bringing that ball in on the plate there. Also, the defensive back was right on top of him as the ball approached. The concentration was there. The catch was made. Big play, first down.
Ontario, as you can see, sends 3 receivers down to the right side of the quarterback. That's the direction they're going. He looks in that direction. They send one of them inside, one of them underneath, and they go to the underneath. Oh, he makes the catch. Look out. What a nice grab. And he'll lose the first tackle. He's so steep, but he runs out of bounds. It was caught by Steve Collins. Steve made a very nice catch. He was the only guy open. Very wisely, Joe threw to him. He was about 5 yards downfield, and the Chaffey defender was probably playing zone there, Craig, and he got burned.
Good protection back there by Sika Lay. Gave the quarterback a little extra time. He juked around in the pocket, found the receiver outside. The receiver got down and put the ball in the scoring position. He could have held his balance. He might have even been able to score on that play. Basically, no one pushed him out of bounds. It was just a little bit too close. Lost his balance and fell out of bounds.
We've only seen one drive so far in this game that has not ended in a touchdown on either side. Or excuse me, I take that back. One each. Ontario has punted once, and Chaffey turned it over on downs. Oh, he couldn't quite elude the tackle there. Bobby Spencer trying to get away from Robert Alvarado. Didn't quite work out, but he did get a few yards in the process. Ontario quickly trying to come back to the line. I think they may be out of timeouts. Very quickly they're trying to come back to the line. Let's see here. Clock is ticking. This will be second down and 6 yards to go from the 15. He throws out of bounds to stop the clock. Oh, we've got a flag. That is definitely a late hit, and there's a flag thrown. Let's see here. Mike Rodriguez kind of shoved, let's see here. He shoved Steve Carlin, but there was a flag thrown, but that might not have been the call. Let's find out. I can't believe that was not called. That was well after the ball was dead.
Well, he was definitely throwing the ball out of bounds to try to kill the clock clear. Let's see what the referee's going to call.
There's nothing illegal with that, but that's perfectly legal to stop the clock, and that was a strategy. They're probably already in field goal range. They're at the 15. It would be a 32 yard attempt for Ontario. Probably not out of the range of a high school kicker. And Verplank has shown some talent in kicking the football off. And there is no penalty. They inadvertent flag, and I don't think the officials are doing their best job tonight.
I think the flag was picked up simply because the hit really wasn't vicious by Rodriguez there. Basically, it was just a shove to the shoulder pads, and the receiver fell down. It could have been construed as a late hit, but I think the referee said with the emotion tonight, they're going to let that go.
Yeah, not a vicious hit, but it was late, so quite questionable there, but they call it no penalty, or an inadvertent flag, or whatever you like to call it. This will be second down and 6 yards to go for Ontario. They have the ball at the Chaffey 15, and it looks to be 6 seconds left. Excuse me, 16 seconds left. They're going deep into the corner. He's open. Oh my gosh. You can't come any closer than that without getting a touchdown or making a touchdown reception. It was intended for Steve Carlin. He was very tightly covered there, very tightly covered by Eddie Badibanga. He was right with him there, and I really couldn't tell him that he didn't have it until when I finally saw the ball fall free.
Well, that was a good play by Badibanga right there. He was clearly beat on the play, but he stayed with it, got his hand in there, and pulled it out of the receiver's hands before he can put it away.
Excuse me, I'm having some difficulty. We got a post right in front of our clock reading here. There was 20 seconds remaining before that play. Now that ticked off 9 seconds or 17. They go to the same play. Oh, I think no. A ball squirts free at the last second again.
I think you can see there where the quarterback Patterson has a lot of confidence in Carlin. They went to them on the same play again. Again, very good coverage there by Badibanga. The play was just outside. The ball was thrown perfectly. If the receiver could have got up a little higher, I think he would have had a touchdown going in.
So Ontario, they feel that they're in the range for Plank, and he's in for the kick. It will be a 32-yard attempt. They have the tee on the grass there. Holding will be Joe Rivera. Of course, they're going for the field goal. They didn't go for the short games because they figured they're already in his range, and he probably can make it. He's got some talent. Here's the kick. Look up. He's got the distances. He's got the accuracy. Yes, he does, Ontario! They put themselves up for 3 more points. But Plank, a beautiful 32-yard field goal.
There was a good hold there by Joe Revere. The snap was a little low, but he got the ball down in time. The kicker got the ball up. Faded a little bit to the left there, Pete, but it still got through the uprights for the point. This has been a very good half. Both teams are playing very hard, very emotionally out here. The ball is being run up the middle pretty much by both sides of the offenses, and defensively the players are hitting hard, but they're not getting the penetration to stop the plays. That's why you're having both offenses move up and down the field. That's why you got a lot of points on the board.
Well, you think that, a little bit of a size factor it is a factor. Ontario a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter, and the thing about it is Ontario also plays a number of kids both ways. Now, Chaffey does too, but a few more on the Ontario side, so that's got to be a little bit of a factor. But, man, they're up. And they're up 24-21. And they may not be the biggest, and they may not be the best, but, man, they're hanging with a good varsity squad tonight. Very unusual formation here. Ontario kicking off, and they're going a squib kick here. They're going an onside kick. Got to travel 10 yards, and I think Ontario or Chaffey's come up with the football.
I tell you, the Ontario coach is pulling out all the stops for the homecoming crowd tonight.
They put them all on the right side of her plank, or all but one, and but Chaffey comes up with the football, and they had that ball first down and 10 yards to go. Let's see here, at the 48-yard line.
The ball was recovered by Chaffey, but the ball would have been their ball anyway because it was touched by an Ontario player before it went down the field 10 yards.
It will be the last play of the half. This is Bonnie Bonga putting it up. Oh, my, he's got an open receiver. Oh, man, and he's hit, and he's knocked out of bounds there. He's hit and knocked out of bounds by Ontario's number 7, Dion Lomax. He's a junior, and we have a penalty flag. If it's against the defense, the half cannot end.
Benny Bonga hit Ron Howard on a straight fly pattern out of the backfield. The player made the catch, and it looked like there was going to be a penalty tacked on and playing with a face mask as the back was thrown out of bounds. Both teams are airing it out today. They're going for it. This rivalry is really heated up tonight.
This is something else. This beautiful intra-city rivalry, and I would probably go for a field goal here. They might as well tie the score. There's no time left on the clock, but again, a half cannot end on a defensive penalty, and you have Chaffey. Looks like Chaffey's calling. No, that will end the first half. That will end the first half. So surprisingly, I thought the half could end on a defensive penalty. I was wrong. Looks like that is the case. Wait a minute. This
looks
is
like
wrong.
there might be a flag on the play. The coach is out on the field.
Goldstein arguing with the officials, and he wants another play, and he's absolutely, completely entitled to it.
Yes, they're going to bring him back.
They're bringing him back. Goldstein was absolutely correct for running out there and arguing with the officials because a penalty, or I should say a half, cannot end on a defensive penalty. They're bringing the entire Ontario squad back. They were all the way halfway to the locker room. The officials blew it on that one, Craig. I mean, these guys not knowledgeable enough, and guys like that, in my opinion, really shouldn't be on the field.
This is what makes a good rivalry. You always have to have a controversial call that make both sides talk about the play, not only this year, but 10 years and 15 years later. I was in that game. That was a bad call. You shouldn't have played that play. That's what makes a rivalry real big. We're going to have one more set here. Both the Ontario team is being brought back on the field, and that might be a little letdown to them if Chaffey scores, because they were running off the field with the lead and an emotional high because they came from behind and took over the momentum of the ball game. Now they have to come back for one play.
So it's not quite over. They send 2 receivers to the left of the quarterback, and let's see who is quarterbacking. I think they're going out of. There is no time on the clock, and there shouldn't be. Ontario calls a timeout, even though we have technically no time left in the half. Again, we are having another play here. So this will hopefully be the last play of the first half. Chaffey deciding to
They got to wait till the coach gets off the field before they can run it.
They're deciding to be a little bit daring here, forego the field goal, and they're going to try to punch it in. Interesting formation. They come split backfield, 2 receivers to the left side of the quarterback. This is Bonnie Bonga. Oh, incomplete. It was intended there. Right off the fingertips. Tightly covered, too. Right off the fingertips. Wow. The Kenya Stevenson, he had the 2-point conversion catch earlier. And so finally they get a fair shake. They miss, but they get the fair shake, and Ontario goes into the locker room up 24-21, and absolutely one of the most thrilling halves of football in high school football I've seen.
The last play there was basically a shotgun spread set. Matibanga got the ball back through a nice pass up. Stevenson would have been the only one that could have made the play on the ball, but I think it was a little bit too much steam on it. If it would have been a little bit more loft, you may have had a touchdown here. Instead, you had Ontario going in with an emotional lead in halftime, and we're going to have a real hard-hitting ball game in the second half. Maybe we'll see some defense, Pete.
This is a treat. This is a lot of fun. Don't go away, folks. We've got one half is over, one half to come. We're going to take a break in the action here on tape for the high school football, or I should say the homecoming festivities here at Montclair for Ontario High School. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Which child deserves to be read to?
We are back at Montclair High School for an exciting second half, and I'll tell you, Craig, if the second half is any more exciting than the first half, I don't know if I'll be able to control myself. What a game. 24-21 Ontario. Lead has changed hand a couple of times, and we'll go over the scoring and everything that happened in the first half in a minute. The important thing for right now is Chaffey is kicking off to Ontario. Chaffey's number 33. He's got it teed up. Matt Kovacs, deep for Ontario. Corey Jackson, and this is a bouncing kick. It is taken by Ontario's Dion Lomax, and Lomax right down the middle. He gets past the first man, almost breaks the tackle, but not quite. Dragging him, catching him from behind and hitting him hard and hitting him low was actually kicker himself, Kovacs.
Yeah,
nice tackle.
Very good tackle by the kicker on that play. Dion Lomax was able to get up the middle on that play, and then he tried to bring it back outside, but he was brought down by a good ankle tackle by the kicker there.
All right, first down and 10 yards to go on Ontario football. They took the lead late on a kick, and then Chaffey with the last of the half there, a big play and a penalty, tried to punch it in from the 5-yard line, didn't quite do it on a pass. First and 10 from their own 45, Ontario Jaguars. Joe Patterson takes the snap. They give us to Spencer right down the middle, and he doesn't get much. Reggie Coster doesn't get much. He's slammed to the ground and hard by Chaffey's Javier Garcia, among others.
Yeah, what they've done real well with Costner is they mixed him up. They've got him in and outside, and they basically run him off the misdirection to give him a little opportunity to get into the open spaces so he doesn't take a lot of pounding out there. Chaffey's defense started out this half basically running almost an 8-man front with a 3-deep zone, and they've got big Courtney Porter sitting back there, that strong safety to clean up anybody that gets through the line.
All right, 2nd down and 7 after that 3-yard gain from the 47 of their own Ontario. Patterson, the give is to Costner. Costner fights for yards. Oh, he breaks it once. He breaks it twice. He spins around. He's still on his feet. Wow, he blizzards it down to around the 41 of Chaffey, and it takes two bigger guys than him to bring him down. Nice hit there on the side of Chaffey by Lua Tatupo. Also Rick Balderrama in on the stop. Balderrama, both ways player. Looks like he's a defensive end and a tight end on this Chaffey varsity squad.
Costner was able to do a little bit of hiding behind big number 78, James Rose, and actually picked up another 10 yards just trying to get out of his way so he can find some open room there. Again, they ran a little misdirection, and they try to get Costner into the open spaces, and then they like to use that speed so he can take it upfield.
And I think we're destined for a quick third quarter like we had a quick first quarter here. Patterson takes the snap. Short pass is tipped, incomplete. It was intended there. It was intended for Seklalay.
Yeah, good defensive play by Chaffey's linebacker number 35, Kolakani. Basically, all he did was faded back in the zone, got his hand up. The quarterback, Patterson, faded back and tried to hit his tight end coming across the middle, but that play was broken up.
And Seklalay, I don't think he's caught a pass yet tonight, or he may have, not more. If he has, not more than one. What a versatile kid. You've seen him being a factor on special teams, defensive backfield. He's run the ball, and now they're throwing to him. This kid does everything.
Well, as a sophomore, and when a sophomore usually likes to get involved and gets in all the plays, he's usually going to play a lot of football from the varsity level.
This is 2nd and 10 from the Chaffey 41. This pass is complete. There's a flag down. He gets hit and knocked down right away. That pass is caught by Corey Jackson. Nice catch. He hangs on after a hard hit.
Yeah, that tackle on that play was by Babinga. I think what we're going to have here is a little bit of motion. I think what you got was number 88, Carlin, turning up the field before the ball was snapped.
So Ontario, they're mixing the pass up with the run a little bit. False start is the call against Ontario, so it's all for naught. It's been a relatively cleanly played game. Not too many penalties. They've come in inopportune times. Ontario could have hurt themselves more in the first half of the penalties they've had. Ontario, on that last play of the first half, nearly cost them a score. Didn't quite. The call was against number 99 on the,
99 made some good penetration on that last play for the Chaffey defense. Looks like big Jason Kovacs was the one that was in on that play.
All right, 2nd down and 15 yards to go. Ontario football at the Chaffey 46. Oh, going airborne was
Kovacs got the hand up again.
Joe
batted that ball down.
Batted away. And
Babinga, excuse me.
Badibanga.
Balderrama knocked the pass down on that play on the defensive side of the ball by Chaffey. Looks like he just faded back into the zone off the line. They may have ran some sort of stunt on the defensive side of the ball. Quarterback Patterson thought he had a receiver open. Next thing you know, it was a big Paul up there batting that ball down.
All right, so Ontario, we are inside 10 minutes in the third quarter. Ontario still enjoying a 24-21 lead. This is 3rd down and 15 from the Chaffey 46. Quick give is to Spencer, and Spencer, he gets smothered there by a multitude of tacklers. Well, 5 or 6 white shirts bring Bobby down. Bobby is he's a pretty big kid for a running back, 6'0", 205.
Looked like what they wanted to do is spread the defense out, hope they can crack Spencer up the middle. He's been running real well, breaking the initial line, and then getting into the defensive backfield and picking up some yards. And I think that's what they tried to do on that play.
Ralph Duran was involved on that stop, as was number 35 on Chaffey's side, Ron Holani. And there were about 3 or 4 others too. This is 4th and 15. There was no gain on the play. Ontario's punting. 2nd time tonight. This is a fake punt. Look out.
No first down.
Not even close to a first down. It doesn't get anywhere. They try to rush it around the tight end side to the right. Didn't get anything. And I think Bobby Spencer was the ball carrier.
Yeah, I think what they tried to do on that play was run a little misdirection on the fake, see if they can get the defensive player scrambling and following to where they thought the ball was going to be, and then use Big Spencer to pick up the yardage up the middle there.
So Ontario essentially loses it on downs. 1st down and 10 yards to go. First possession for Chaffey here in the second half. Ooh, he eludes a few tackles and he tries to get past. Let's see, he was trying to get past Steve Carlin, and Carlin stopped him up enough to help to give some time for his friends again. There, Chaffey no huddle as they've been going most of the game here. They know what they want to run, and it works. In at quarterback right now is Mario Corona. Hasn't had a chance to throw that much tonight. Doesn't need to. Mike Rodriguez down the middle he goes. And Ontario, let's see here, bringing him down was looks like the Mike Alistair Gibbons was in on a stop.
Jamal Goodman also in on that play there, Pete.
Good hard hit. They thrash him pretty good. But not before a few yards were gained there. Let's see. I think they've got a first down. Well, first down on the play. It was a gain of 4 or 5. That was a second down play. All right, this is first down and 10 yards to go. Chaffey football at the Ontario 45. Pitch carried by the tailback. Man, they haven't even really stopped him. They just stopped his motion. Finally, he goes down. A gain of an extra 4 or 5 there. On Chaffey again taking it in chunks. That was once again Ed Badibanga. He's had a good night. Good stable of runners here on the Chaffey side, and even mix. Like I said, your advantage is you're not going to have a problem if one of them goes down. The other guys can pick up the slack without a problem. This is Badibanga on the pitch. Right down the middle he goes again. He's short of the first down, kind of trips himself up, not quite really stopped. Ensuring that he was down, though, is, let's see here, Ontario.
Like Lester Givens made that tackle, Pete. Jamal Goodman also in on the play. Goodman was in on the last tackle as well. Right now you got Chaffey going with the no-huddle offense, running that, looks like that's strong eye.
3rd and 4 from the 38 of Ontario is Chaffey football. Pitch goes to Mike Rodriguez, and down the middle he goes once again. It's stop me if you can. Smash mouth football all the way. Ontario, I think they stop him, but if he hasn't got the first down, he is very near close to a first down. And this ball was helping on the stop for Ontario was number 88, Steve Carlin, once again, the 6'1", 160-pound kid.
You're getting a real good push by that starting offensive line at Chaffey there. Number 60, Sean Fedor.
4th and 1. 4th and 1. Oh, it looks like he bobbled it a bit, but no, he hung on. And
Brian Gilbertson on the stop.
The ball was carried by Mike Rodriguez, once again, number 2.
Brian Gilbertson made the play right there. Looks like they are going to get the spot for the first down, but it looks like we may have to measure here.
Let's give some credit where credit is due. Sal Castellan is on the defensive line for Chaffey, as is Ralph Duran, number 69. We'll round him out for you in a minute. Just doing a great job of penetration blocking. Sean Fedor as well, number 60. First down and 10 yards to go from the 35 Chaffey. At the 35 of Ontario's, this is Courtney Porter. Oh, Porter fumbles. Look out. Ball was really stripped from him, it looked. It looked like the Ontario player was really trying to tackle him. It just happened to help the football scored free. And they recover it. Chaffey does. Also rounding out the offensive line, Brian Hill, number 74. And we're missing one more kid on the left side of the ball.
De La Riva made the strip on that play there, Pete. Big Porter got outside, but he must have been carrying the ball kind of loose there. It didn't look like it was really pulled out too hard by De La Riva, but the ball fell down and somebody from Chaffey fell on top of it. I didn't catch who it was.
And Cullen Porter also rounds out the offensive line. Second down and 3 from the 27 for Chaffey. And Mrs. Ed Badibanga. Badibanga, he high steps it down to about the 14-15 where he is smashed up there by Ontario's number 70, Rashad Clark, the 6'4", 220 kid. And Rashad is one kid that has gotten some attention lately of the college scouts. And among the colleges that are trying to recruit him is Arizona State University. Oh! Very hard hit high on the body there of Ed Badibanga, who lines up as quarterback. He eludes that first hit and gets past it and dives out enough probably to get back to the original line of scrimmage, Craig. He fell down at the 15, and that's where the yard marker is. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, that's why you have that halfback switching in there to quarterback, getting that elusiveness and picking up some yardage. Blitzed up the middle there by Gilbertson. Gilbertson came in high. Badibanga was a little bit low and picked up some yards.
Badibanga was able to get a yard out of it. This, once again, is Mike Rodriguez. He kind of jumps over a little bit, and he fumbles. There's a loose football. Ontario recovers the football, folks. It's their second recovery of the night, and things are working for them. Coming up with the football, number 56, Brian Gilbertson, 5'9", 200-pound senior linebacker, and what a clutch play for the Ontario Jaguars. They save very threatening drive on the part of Chaffey. This could be a turning point of the football game. And we've got our first injury of the game. It's somebody on the Chaffey side. He's flat on his back. A little bit, it looks to be motionless, and this is not a good sign.
I tell you, it looked like that was big number 65, De La Riva, making that hit on that play and forcing that fumble. That's 2 fumbles forced on this drive here by De La Riva. He's doing a good job getting in on the ball carrier that time.
Mike Rodriguez is the down player, number 2. That's Bart Goldstein kneeling over him right now. The trainer's out there with him. Certainly hope he's all right. Well, we've got a moment. Chaffey, the Tigers, down through the years, they've been in the Baseline League. They switched over to the Mount, of course, and they joined the now extinct Hacienda League, or the name is extinct at least, which is essentially mostly the modern-day Mount Baldy League there, Craig. You've got Etiwanda, you've got Ontario, you've got Montclair. They were old members of the whole Hacienda League. And Chaffey switched over from Baseline to Mount Baldy League once the 91 school year began. They've switched around a little bit. They've had some success lately. Last year they went to the playoffs, the Chaffey Tigers did. Their season was a 5 wins and 6 losses, 5-5 over the regular season, 3-2 in Mount Baldy League play. Got to the first round of the playoffs and lost at A.B. Miller. And they're trying to make it 2 in a row. They just missed the playoffs in 92, 2 years ago. And I'm not sure, they had a last second loss. Porter is up, but he needs some help off the field. Number 2, Mike Rodriguez, pardon me. Mike Rodriguez is up. He is injured. He needs help off the field. We certainly hope he's all right. Looks like it might have been an ankle there or something.
No,
maybe a knee.
It looks like he may have had the wind knocked out of him on that play there. That's usually what happens when a good hit up the middle and the ball comes out. Sometimes that's what happens to the ball carrier. That last drive was filled with a lot of Chaffey movement, cross-bucking, trying to do some misdirection for the Ontario defense, and they were picking up some good yardage until the fumble there. They had a nice drive going in for a score.
All right, first down and 10 yards to go. Ontario football at their own 12 after the fumble here. This looks to be Spencer on the off tackle on the right side. He glides out for about 2 or 3 yards, and we met a number of white shirts there, a lot of them. On the stop was Ralph Duran, among others.
And also looks like Robert Alvarado was in on that tackle as well there, too.
I'm surprised they haven't gone to Jose Santoyo yet through the air. Last week against Claremont, he had a Valley-leading 139 yards receiving and a touchdown pass for 59 yards. We might see him be a passing threat later in the game. Oh, false start. Flags and whistles all over the place on that 2nd and 6 snap. And motion is going to be the call on Ontario. They're going to be pushed back.
Yeah, looks like that right tackle came off the ball kind of early on that play there. Unfortunately, looks like he's going to push the Ontario offense back deep into their own zone. Chaffey can do a good job and hold them here. They'll still get the ball in good field and scoring position on their next drive.
And really, as surprising as this is to say, field position looks like, at least the way the pace of the game and the events of the game in the first half goes, look like they actually might not really be a big factor because both schools' offensive squads have really almost moved the ball at will, especially on the ground.
Yeah, the only problem is you have to sustain such a long drive, especially handling the ball on the ground. You have to make certain you don't turn it over.
This is 2nd 11 from the 11, and Gilbert said, nice catch and nice hit. Knocks him out of bounds right away. Making the catch there was Steve Carlin, and he got hit hard from behind by Steve Antwine. Nice catch, nice play after the pass there by Joe Patterson, the sophomore.
Yeah, good 3-step drop and throw by Patterson there. Good out pattern also. The timing was there. Looks like they've been working on this play quite a bit in practice, Pete.
Joe, a good-sized kid for a quarterback, only a sophomore, 6'1", 210. Of course, it's been a learning experience for him this season so far, kind of thrown into the role when they lost one kid who transferred to a Catholic high school. I forget the young man's name, but he's done a very effective job throughout the season, especially tonight. This is 3rd and 4 from their own 19. He rolls to his left, looking for a man open. He throws it underneath. Pass is caught, and then hit and knocked down immediately. Just shoved to the ground there was Corey Jackson making the catch, number 80. Haven't seen him too much on the pass catches tonight. Guess the job done, but he is short of the first down, ladies and gentlemen. It looks as if there's 3 or 4 yards to go for first down, and a clutch play here on the drive. Ontario's facing 3rd and 4.
Looks like they're going to bring the chains out and measure on this one, Pete. The tackle on that play was made by Sonny Malloy from Chaffey, and also Batty Bonga was in on that tackle as well. Again, what they ran was some motion back to the near side, and then the receiver there, Corey Jackson, went and ran a little out pattern on the rollout from the quarterback, caught the ball. The tackle was made, and that's what prevented the first down. If it is prevented, we're going to see with the measurement here.
Ontario, just short. That was a 3rd and 4 play. It is now going to be 4th and actually probably a little bit less than 1 yard. The ball is marked, let's see here, at the 20, just beyond the Jaguar 20-yard line.
Well, I tell you, the way they've been working today, you might see them go for it here, Pete. I'm not sure. Chaffey is dropping someone back deep in punt return formation here, but I'm not sure if they decided whether or not they were going to kick it yet.
Well, you know, we saw Ontario fake it on, 4th and 15 or 12 or so earlier, but just deep in their own zone, even though it's 1 yard to go, I'm pretty sure that we will see a nice punt there off of the foot of Jeff Verflank. Single guy back for Chaffey is number 38, it looks like, James Josiah. He stands at his own 35-yard line. There's a snap right on the money. Nice kick by Kerflank, not high, but it looks like it's going to be far enough and probably take Ontario bounce. No, it takes a bit of a Chaffey bounce, and quite a Chaffey bounce. Look out. It was punted to the 50, and it bounces back to the 42 of Ontario. So essentially an 8-yard run back without a Chaffey guy touching it.
Looks like Chaffey's going to have the ball in good scoring position. Again, what I was trying to mention earlier before they ran that last play, Pete, was the difference with running long drives, running the ball. Sometimes you have to handle the ball so many times that someone may happen to drop it, which is what happened on that last drive.
1st and 10, Chaffey. The pitch goes to Batty Bonga. Batty Bonga fights for yards and gets him about 4 or 5. He glides forward for before he's creamed there by De La Riva. Eric De La Riva, 5'9", 185-pound defensive back.
Lomax was also in on that.
2nd and 5 from the 36. Lomax helped out on a stop. They gain close to a first down. I believe this is Batty Bonga once again. And he is shoved around there by number 59, it looks like. 56. Yes, number 56. Brian Gilbertson. Haven't seen him on too many tackles tonight. That might be his first. This is right down the middle, Mike Rodriguez. And Mike's got more than enough for a first down. He is well into around the 20-22 of Ontario's. Chaffey threatening once again.
Tackle by Givens and Big Jeff Gandy, number 70 there on Ontario. First down. Again, they're running that power I.
And here they go. This is once again Batty Bonga, and this time he doesn't get much, maybe 1 or 2. There was a convergence of tacklers there, just flattened him. Let's see here. Involved on the play was
James Rose was in on that play,
as was Gilbertson, Brian Gilbertson, and Jamal Goodman. So a nice committee tackle there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down, 27 yards at the 27-yard line. 10 yards to go for Chaffey. Right down the middle, and there's about a dozen kids involved in that pile up there. Wow. This ball was carried by, it looks like it was Porter. No, excuse me. Ryan Ybarra. I think that might have been his first carry of the night, at most the second. Hasn't seen much time in the backfield at all. Not regularly a starter there. Porter is in right now, the big tailback. This is 3rd and 9. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a pitch to him going on the right side. They come out of single back set double wing. They are going deep. Oh, what a nice catch. Was he inbounds? I think so. Number 4, Joe Williams makes the catch. Wow. In high school football, folks, you only have to have 1 foot in bounds, and you are ruled, it's ruled a catch. That is one of the high school rules that's different from different levels, from upper levels of football. 1st and goal at the 3, Chaffey. I think that's their longest gain tonight by way of the pass. Looks like no, 2nd longest gain by the way of the pass. What a play. And Chaffey threatening to retake the lead here. The last time that they were up was when they were up 13-7. It's been a while since they've been up.
Looks like Chaffey's trying to wear down Ontario with that no-huddle offense, running and pumping the ball at him. Looks like they
Some movement there. Oh, they got a man wide open. Nobody covered him. Number 7, Decaina Stevenson makes the catch. There was no flag on the play, and there certainly looked like there was motion. It looked like to be on the left side of the line of the Chaffey Tigers.
May have been, but no flags down on the play. Again, what happened there? Chaffey caught the Ontario defense completely off guard. The wide receiver was uncovered completely. That no-huddle offense is confusing the Ontario defense. They're trying to get their defensive substitutions in the game.
It is ruled a touchdown.
And they're not having enough time to actually match up with the ball players on the offensive side of the ball.
Stevenson was on the far left side, and he just kind of made a slant in towards the post. Pass was right there, and there was absolutely nobody around him. And I think the officials were sleeping on that one too, folks. That there certainly looked to be motion. I think Chaffey, if I may say so, looks like they caught a break there. Chaffey is up 27-24. They are going for a 2-point conversion. They want to be protected from the field goal. It looks as if they missed it. They are short. It is no good.
Jamal Goodman in on the tackle on that 2-point conversion. Again, I think what you have a double-edged sword that the Ontario
Mike Rodriguez made the carry. He fell about a foot short.
You have a double-edged sword for Ontario's defensive players. First of all, they have to make certain that they get the players on the field and in position because of the no-huddle offense and the fact that they're being pounded away at by the big Chaffey offensive line. And secondly, they have to keep an eye on who's in at quarterback for the Chaffey Tigers there, because they'll either run the quarterback in at Corona, or they'll put Badibanga in, taking him from tailback and put him at quarterback, and then they put Big Porter in the backfield and pound away at you that way. So the Ontario defense has two things to be concerned about. First, they have to get lined up, and secondly, they got to know who's handling the ball at quarterback.
Second touchdown tonight. Second touchdown pass received by Decaina Stevenson. Kicking off once again, Matt Kovacs. It's a bouncing kick, and it is taken there by Corey Jackson. Jackson, he gets hit once, and he bounces back. He gets hit twice, and he goes down and hard at the 39-yard line. Chaffey's number 24, Sonny Malloy, helps bring him down.
Along with Robert Alvarado there, Pete. Again, the Ontario offense
also has some help from Cullen Porter, too.
Ontario offense is doing a real good job, but defensively they're basically being put into a pressure situation, almost like a basketball team running a press. Chaffey's running that no-huddle, pound them away, power high, and it's really beating down that Ontario defense. We'll see what they're going to do to make some adjustments to see if they can slow them down later on in this quarter.
28-24 is the score. First down and 10 yards to go. Ontario football at their own 39-yard line. They go with a split backfield. This is taken by Bobby Spencer. Down the middle he goes. He blasts his way forward for about a good 4 or 5 yards. And he's a workhorse tonight, Craig. He's done the load of the carries, and he's done a very good job. Let's see here. He got smashed up there.
Armando Marine made the tackle there, and you're right about Howard. The senior is playing on a lot of emotion tonight. I think he's wanting to look good for his home fans. This is the last time he'll be participating for Ontario in the homecoming game, and he's surely playing his heart out today.
5 yards gain, 2nd and 5. Ontario football at their own 44. 2 receivers sent to the left of the quarterback, Joe Patterson. In motion goes Corey Jackson. Trying to get outside there. Once again is Reggie Costner, chased out of bounds by a couple guys. And
tremendous penetration on that play by Jeremy Fetter and also Jason Rodriguez. They basically pushed Costner 8 yards back into the offensive backfield, and I have no way of seeing how he even picked up a yard out of that play, but that's just speed getting outside. We got a timeout here.
Robert Alvarado and Sonny Malloy helped chase him out of bounds. We have a penalty against Chaffey. They're walking backwards. So Ontario, they've been in a situation before. They've been down the game before, and they've come back. They're not to be denied. This is quite a night of offensive fireworks, if you like, especially rushing football. There have been not a lot of passing, but let's see here. The penalty, personal foul, looks to be against Chaffey. Not sure exactly what the call is, but personal foul.
Yeah.
And really, if you enjoy football, and like I said, the passing game hasn't been in high gear for either side, but they both have struck when the iron was hot. Quick give here on a quick draw from Patterson over to Corey Jackson, or excuse me,
Big number 69, Ralph Duran made the tackle on that play there, Pete. Yeah, on the previous play, the penalty was another late hit out of bounds. basically when you have a rivalry game going on like this, the referees want to take control of the game. Any of the slightest hits out of bounds will be called for big penalty yardage, and that's what you had on that last play.
Bobby Spencer, 104 yards there. It'll be second down, 6 yards to go. Jaguars football at the Chaffey 43-yard line. We have less than a minute to go in the third quarter. This once again is Reggie Costner, and Costner tries to get outside, can't quite turn the corner. That's the last play of the third quarter, and we may have a break in the action. Folks, don't go away.
One, two, 1, 2. Larry, you know, this simple exercise can help you stay healthy, which keeps medical costs down.
But you gotta do it every day, Vince. Or you'll get out of shape fast.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
I've had the same friends since I was a little kid. But this year, some of them started playing with these other kids. I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's cool making new friends and all, but they weren't like us. They were, you know, different. And I heard my big brother saying some pretty bad stuff about people like them. But they seemed pretty cool, and we had a pretty good time. So, maybe my brother doesn't know everything.
Hey, Carlos, come on, we need you.
Don't be afraid.
Be your friend.
That's a big blow to Ontario. We certainly hope the kid Bobby's all right. And he is hurting. He is really hurting. He's a couple of his teammates there propping him up, and he's being looked at on the side. Dave Coombs is the defensive coordinator, is also a trainer here. He'll, I'm sure, be taking a look at him in just a minute. While on the field here, he did push it out for about a 3-yard gain. The situation for Ontario is 4th down, 3 yards to go at the Chaffey about the 38-yard line. Craig, you might see him go for it.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for it here. I look for possibly the ball to be handed off to Spencer up the middle. That play has been working real well for him. They might even do some misdirection here.
Look out, right down the middle. Wow, this is Bobby Spencer. Reggie Costner was a kid that got hurt. I keep on confusing the numbers there. I apologize. Spencer right down the middle. He gets enough for a first down. What a clutch run there. He dashes down to the, let's see here, the 31-yard line. Ontario, 1st and 10, still alive.
Robert
in the fourth quarter.
Robert Alvarado on the tackle on the play, but again, it was just a nice push up the middle by the middle of the line for Ontario, and Spencer picked up the first down.
Ontario trailing by 3. They want to retake this lead. Right down the middle he goes again. He bounces off the first tacklers, and his momentum is finally stopped once again. Bobby Spencer. As they unload the pile, they're in on the stop, as we can see. Sonny Malloy, number 24. Push the guys get up. Also number 41 in on the stop. Robert Alvarado put the crunch on him too. And we have got a break in the action. I'm not sure who called timeout. We got to think it was Chaffey.
We got timeout for Chaffey here. I think what they want to do is slow up this momentum of the offensive line from Ontario right now. Defensively, they're getting beat up the middle, and the linebackers and the defensive backs are having to make all the tackles right now.
Coach LaPerrere, he was before he came over to Ontario High School, before he started coaching at Ontario High School, he was an assistant 2 seasons, 1990 and 1991, over at Pomona Pitzer College. Of course, Pomona College and Pitzer College team up to field one athletic squad in all sports, and also coming over from that school's staff of Theo Guest and also Dave Stauffer. Stauffer is quite a well-known name throughout the Inland Valley here in coaching. I believe he's involved at the freshman level right now with Ontario. Also helps out as an assistant on the Ontario side when he can. He was an assistant at Montclair High School for a while, head coach, I believe, at Bonita. I think it was last year, 93, but he's quite a well-known name as a teacher and coach here. Second down and 5 yards to go from the Chaffey 26 for the Jaguars. He fakes the give.
Patterson puts it up. Oh, my! Just out of the outstretched reach. Just out of the outstretched reach there of Selka Lay. Oh, my. It was just off target just by a fraction of a foot, and that was the difference, Greg. What a valiant effort, though. I tell you, that sophomore really showed a lot of guts out there. He's got heart, and he's got some ability, and what can't come any closer than that. He nearly had it. He did his absolute best to catch that ball just barely off target. Patterson there was a little bit under pressure. He did the best job he could. Third down and 5 yards to go from the 26 for Ontario. Chaffey 26. I think they're short of first down. This is Bobby Spencer. He gets crunched there by a number of guys in white shirts. Down on the bottom of that pile. 24 and 55 on the Chaffey side. 55 we do not have a number on, folks. Also 92 Javier Garcia is in on that tackle. I should say we don't have a name for the number 55. Chaffey has stopped Ontario short of the first down. This is a 4th and 1 yard to go situation. 1 yard to go situation for Chaffey or for Ontario. The ball rested at 20, right in between the 25 and the 20. Looks to be at the 22 and a half. Again, look, Ontario is going for it. Again, look for Spencer up the middle. And that is the call, and I think he's got, well, let's see what I think he's got enough for the first down. He should. They should mark him in there. I think he just barely got past, well, they're going to mark it right smack dab on the 20. That is more than enough for a first down. So Spencer, he is the kid they go to in the clutch. Bobby clutch play Spencer on 2 4th and shorts. Comes up smelling like roses to keep this drive alive for his Jaguar varsity offensive squad. Senior's working real hard out there tonight. He's got good speed, but he's also big enough at 6 foot 205 to pound that ball up the middle and break some tackles. And once he does that, he's a threat to score. We're inside 10 minutes to go, but this game is far from over, ladies and gentlemen. First down and 10 yards to go from the 20. This is Spencer off tackle. He gets past the first guy, and he meets up with trouble with the second and third. Down he goes. Armando Marin made him eat dirt. Marin had help. Let's see here from short guy, number 32, Lua Tuatupo. Nice defensive stop there. He only gained 1 yard. I guess the majority of his running was done behind line of scrimmage. Very good effort though there by the ball carrier Spencer. All right, second down and 9 yards to go from the 19. They go split back set, split back set, and they do some shifting. Receiver to the left side of Patterson. Up the middle they try. Might have gotten 1 or 2 yards. Once again, Spencer. Spencer got creamed there by number 35, Ron Holani. Robert Alvarado once again on a stop. Alvarado having a good night here tonight on the assistant tackles, doing a great job. This will be third down and about 5 yards to go. Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, Ontario's got to get down. Let's see here, to the 11-yard line. They are at the 16. Third and 5. Another big play on this drive. Patterson, he rolls to his right. He's looking. He puts it up. Oh, my, incomplete. Intended for Sekla once again. Sekla late. Can't come up with the catch. Not his fault. Again, just slightly overthrown. Good pressure there on the play by Javier Garcia, number 92 for Chaffey, pushing Patterson out of that pocket there on the roll to the right. He just overthrew Sekla Lay just a little bit there. What they're doing interesting to get Lay open is they're actually running him from a tight end position there, Pete. And he's being actually overlooked a little bit because of the misdirection motion coming from the wing. All right, Ontario setting up for a field goal attempt. If they make it, this will tie the game. This is a 33-yard attempt for Jeff Burnplank. The kick has got the distance. Has it got the accuracy? It does! Ontario has tied the score 27 with 7 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if this game ends in a tie, the Mount Baldy League does play overtime, so bear that in mind. The game is far from over. We've got a 27-27 tie. What a game here tonight. You look at the Ontario squad, not the biggest. They do have some speed. They do have some height here and there. The squad is very well coached by LaBarrere. Okay. Excuse me, folks. We've got a change. We've been calling a player Sekou Lay all night tonight. His name is actually Jose Santoyo, and this guy's been playing a heck of a ball game. We want to apologize to him and his family, and we want to make certain we correct that tonight. But he's played a heck of a ball game. That's Jose Santoyo.
All right, Ontario kicking off. Good end over end kick, taking it around the 12-yard line. This is, flags are down already. Mike Rodriguez on the return. Mike shoves it forward to around the 28-yard line, finally brought down at the bottom of the 29-30. In on the stop there for Ontario was
34, Mark Jackson, and looks like also number 55, Javon Pouliot.
Brian Gilbertson also involved in the stop. Ontario, the calls against Ontario, let's find out what exactly it is. They march it back to around the 15-yard line.
What was it? Looks like a push in the back on the call right there. Somebody got hit in the back on the run back there. That usually happens on a play, especially at the high school level, because the guys like to turn their back right before they're getting popped, and the referee will call it on the offense.
All right, right down the middle goes Eddie Badibanga. He doesn't get much. Might have gotten one or two. In on the stop there. Freeman, it was Alistair Gibbons. In at lineman for offensive line is Brian Hill. I don't believe he's regularly a starter. He is seeing some action right now on the offensive line. All right, that was a 3-yard gain, actually, more than I thought. Second down, 7 yards to go. Chaffey football at their own 19. Going straight forward. Badibanga might have gotten an extra 2 or 3. They unload the pile. Helping him stopping up was James Rose, who's had a good night tonight. James, a big kid, 230 pounds.
Starting to get a little bit of penetration by the defensive line for Ontario there. The running backs for Chaffey aren't finding those big holes that they found earlier in the ball game, and the gains is being short.
Badibanga, 2-yard gain, third down, 5 yards to go from their own 22 on Chaffey. This is Courtney Porter. Porter's got some room to run with, and he does such a good job on those outside rushes there, Craig. Another one there. He picks up a good, solid 9-10 yards, and he gets his squad a first down there on the 32-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds. Or his momentum carries him out of bounds with the help of the Ontario defender.
Yeah, again, that quick pitch to the right-hand side there by Badibanga to Porter has been working all night. Looks like he's got the speed to get outside, and they may not have a halfback or cornerback on that outside out there coming up enough.
Once again on Chaffey going with no huddle here. 1st and 10 from their own 31. And this is once again Eddie Badibanga, and Ed might have eked out a yard or two on the play. Trying to pave the way there for him with Sal Castellan, lineman, short guy, but good size, good heaviness, good size to him.
Looks like number 78, John Vasquez, is in the game also for the offensive line of Chaffey right now.
So Coach Goldstein, obviously he's got some depth, that he's got a lot of confidence in bringing some guys who are not listed regularly, I guess, as starters here. They're fresh faces, and they've got some energy in them. Second down and 9. Oh, the pitch. He almost paused like he was going to throw, and then he decides to run it. This is, well, let's see who carried that football. That was Badibanga once again. Couldn't get his number until he got up there.
Jeff Gandy, number 71, made the tackle on the pursuit out there on the defensive line. Again, a good pickup there by Porter. It looked like it was a fake halfback option pass. He didn't see an opening, pulled the ball down, ran it at the middle, picked up 8 yards feet.
All right, third down, 3rd and 2 yards to go. Chaffey football at their own 40. Stack guy, they come once. Oh, offsides against Ontario. Can't get any more blatant than that. Jamal Goodman just ran across. He probably decided he was going to go on a snap count of 2 no matter what, and it was probably 3.
That's one way to slow him down, that's for sure, Pete. Run across the line before the play gets started.
It gives Chaffey an automatic first down, and this smarts because it gives them the advantage of getting the first down right away. Anytime that happens and you got less than 5 yards for a first down, Chaffey in pretty good shape here. 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Trying to make the clock their friend. They need a score, and they need to chew up that clock as they're doing here in the process. Ooh, hit and knocked down so hard, it's unbelievable. Wow, he took a blow on that one.
Yeah, big number 44 there, Jamal Goodman, tried to make up for that play there by stepping in there and popping. Looks like the halfback Badibanga slipping up in the middle there. It looks like they brought Corona back in at quarterback there, Pete, also on the play.
And the Ontario defense, you know, it's no secret to them to what's coming. They know what's coming. The Ontario, the Chaffey side only runs about, different 9 or 10 different plays, pitches and rushes. This is once again Ed Badibanga. He shovels himself forward for an extra 5 or 6 yards there. He is out across midfield into Ontario territory. They are short of the first down. This will be 3rd and about 4 or 3. Probably they're going to mark it 3 yards to go for a first down.
Sorry, Pete. 56 Gilbertson and 65 Della Riva were in on the tackle for Ontario on that play. Again, they're just going right back to that power eye, and then they run that pitch play from the double wing.
3rd and 3 from the Ontario 48 for Chaffey. Oh, this is Badibanga. He might be short of the first down, putting that crunchy hit on him there. Really hard was Brian Gilbertson. Hit him right in the midsection.
Yeah, Gilbertson followed the penetration by Big 71 Jeff Gandy, who got in the backfield and basically made the play behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up, looks like a 4th down here, but I think the way Chaffey's been running the ball, they're going to go for it, Pete.
They're going to go for it. This is a tie game, folks. This is a bit of a risk. This is 27 to 27. It's 4th and 3 Chaffey at the 42 of Ontario. There goes the pitch. Oh, he just blasts his way forward, just clears the path himself almost. Had a little bit of good blocking to begin with. Goes Eddie Badibanga, and he's the money back here tonight. It's a good variety of these guys, but really the lion's share of the rushes here is Eddie Badibanga. We don't have any stats, folks, but I would say Badibanga is probably near 80 yards, and they've all been very hard-earned plays.
He's also thrown for some good yards today. He followed the block on that play by Big 60 Sean Fedor and also 74 Brian Hill to pick up the first down.
1st and 10 Chaffey from the Ontario 44, and I think this is Porter out of the backfield, the tailback. Always lines up his tailback. Good-sized kid. He gets forward for a number of yards there. Let's see here. Bringing him down there was number 65, De La Riva once again. Eric De La Riva.
And Ralph Puckett, number 74.
Ralph, a big kid, 6'3", 240, only a junior. Let's see here. We are inside 4 minutes to go in the game. Excuse me, we're inside 3 minutes now. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Around 2 minutes and 50 seconds and counting. It's a 2nd and 6 from the 40. This is Badibanga. Looks like he's going to throw. He does. Oh, he's got a wide open receiver. Oh, wow. And he's still on his feet after making the catch. Woo! Oh, my. The ball was caught, and I'm still trying to tell who made that catch.
Rick Bonaramer made that catch. The tight end slid out. And again, the play was set up very well. They ran the pitch play. The tight end was actually looking to be blocking, but he slipped away from the block, went downfield about 20 yards, and caught that halfback option pass. And I tell you, this guy, Badibanga, can do it all.
He's very versatile. Well, we saw him earlier in the 4th quarter there on a pitch or a rush there where he wasn't sure what he was going to do, and he decided to run with it. That time he threw. He was near the line of scrimmage, but obviously he was behind it. No penalty. 1st and goal from the 4 for the Chaffey Tigers. Stack eye once again. They give the pitch to the deep man. I believe this is Badibanga, and he is near a touchdown. He's not quite in. Let's see here. On the stop there was Ralph Puckett once again. And a good, one thing that you got to say for the Ontario defense here, it's been truly a team effort. A lot of guys making a lot of tackles, assistant tackles, play very well as a unit, or as well as they can, as well as they've been able to tonight against a powerful rush and a powerful offensive line on the Chaffey side.
Well, everyone is up around the line of scrimmage, and that's why those option plays are working, because the safeties get sucked up.
Right down the middle goes Mike Rodriguez, and he is in on that 2nd and 1 rush. Touchdown, Chaffey. They take the lead tonight for the 3rd time again. Chaffey has come back down from 2 deficits in the first half and the second. And that 27 to 27 was the only time it was tied, folks. Chaffey enjoying a 6-point pad. We do still have some time left in this game. 1:54 remains, but don't go away. We've got plenty of time. Anything can happen. Chaffey looks to be kicking for the extra point.
Again, sorry about that there, Pete, but what they're doing real well...
Matt Kovat's in for the kick conversion.
What they're doing real well tonight is they're actually running the ball real well up the middle.
Kick is good.
Then using the pitch play to get outside. Once the defense sucks up to try to penetrate the line and make the plays behind the line of scrimmage, that allows them to slip a wide receiver out into the flat or down the field for a pass play. Also, that last play, the big play, was done with a tight end. The tight end just slid off the line. He pushed somebody down, went down the field about 20 yards, and Badibanga hit him right on the target. Then he ran over a couple of guys.
Well, when you're a lineman, on any level of football, you enjoy having a rushing offense because you're able to push forward. When you're a lineman in a passing-oriented offense, you're kind of backstepping and absorbing the blows. It makes it a lot more enjoyable if you've got one of the guys up front. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Even if, and believe me, Chaffey does have a good amount of talent in that offensive backfield of theirs. But even if you don't, even if your talent is average at best, if you got a lot of good-sized guys who are very talented blockers and can pay that way, you're going to score your share of points. You're going to score touchdowns. You're going to win football games, period.
Yeah, and it looks like they have several linemen that they can throw in the game also.
Weak kickoff. It is taken there by Jamal Goodman. Kovat's kick might not have traveled 30 yards. And so Ontario, even though
Rodriguez on the tackle there right away for Chaffey.
even though we only have 1 minute and 46 seconds remaining, it's not out of reach. It's 30, again, the score 34 for Chaffey, 27 for Ontario. And Ontario football here, 1st and 10, let's see here, at their own 37-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. Split backfield, split wide receivers. We haven't seen this formation too much. Sam Patterson takes a snap, fires downfield underneath. Are they ruling it complete? Yes, they are. Nice catch there. Clutch catch. Couldn't really tell. Let's see here. Corey Jackson makes that clutch grab. So pushes him forward. It's not quite enough for a first down. It looks like they're going to mark it as 2nd down and 1 yard to go. 9 yards gain on the play. They're just shy. Well, let's see here. They mark it at the 38-yard line, or the 48-yard line for Ontario.
Forced down on the play by Body Bonga that time. Pete, again, this is a nice little out pattern. Looks like they got good timing on that play, and they can use that play to move the ball down the field effectively and get in a scoring position.
All right, 2nd and 1, but they might be throwing. Yes, they do. They need the yards more than the first down. This pass is caught by the tight end, Steve Carlin, man, what a gutsy play. He knew he was going to get hit, and he finally got shoved out of bounds. Home side here wants a flag on the late hit, but that really wasn't the case. Matt Kovat's on the stop, number 32, Lua Teotopo. He had help from one of his friends.
The way the referees have been calling the game tonight, that could have easily been a personal foul on a sling down out of bounds there by Tui Pupu.
And now for a first down, though, you got to admire the guts, though, of pass catcher Steve Carlin there, making that catch, and he knew he was going to get clobbered and good, but he wanted as many yards as he could get.
Flooded the receiver,
nice play.
To that side of the field there, Pete. He went down, set up, and stopped on a turnback.
1st and 10 from the 46. We have a minute remaining in the game. Patterson puts it up. It's overthrown. Incomplete. It was intended for Corey Jackson. It'll be 2nd down and 10 yards to go. And if you're Ontario right now, Craig, I believe they've got at least 2 timeouts remaining. They can use this to their advantage. They can strike. We're inside a minute to go. We have, let's see, it looks to be 57 seconds remaining in the game. Folks, this one's going down to the wire.
They're in good field position, and I think right now they've got the Chaffey defense set up. Look out for a draw play possibly here to Spencer to maybe pick up some big yardage.
Could be. Let's see. Patterson rolls to his left. He's got some time. He puts it up. Oh, it's complete. Very nice play. Oh, my. It was complete there to number 25, Reggie Costner. He makes the catch, and he went for the extra yardage instead of going out of bounds. Maybe he should have gone out of bounds, but it looks like they might have to call a timeout. And Reggie, after hurting his ankle earlier, looks to be like he's okay. Probably got taped up. It's enough for a first down. A gain of Ontario calls timeout. They have to. The clock would have ticked if they hadn't. He was tackled in bounds. Ontario, 1st down and 10 yards to go. Let's see here. They've got it at the 32-yard line.
I think this one's going to go down to the wire, Pete. Badibanga made the tackle on that last play. Basically what they did was they did a roll back to the left. They flooded the backfield off the fake up the middle to Spencer, and they slid out Costner into the flat. He caught the ball, picked up some first down yards. He should have got out of bounds, but I think he thought he had some room, cut back up the field into the middle, and he thought he might have been able to score. That may have been why he stayed in bounds.
Gutsy play on both sides of Ontario and Chaffey tonight, and I think these are two schools that have to be contended with. Really showing a lot of heart and a lot of muscle tonight, both squads. And you know, you look at these two teams there, Craig, and I think both of them certainly will contend for playoff spots. El Colomo's a little bit down this year in the Mount Baldy League. They lost 4 of their 5 3-league games. They played tonight against I can't recall who, but they had a game against Rancho Cucamonga tonight. They're probably going to lose that one. Oh, they passed behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, incomplete. It was complete.